So Gemini 2 27B came out, and I'm here to test the LM and see how well it performs against the benchmarks. So a lot of people do these benchmarks, but their tasks are not practical to what you actually do in software development or to test the limits of the LM. So here's my pass at showing how well it performed. So in the first one, write a Python script that will print 1 to 100 for Fibonacci sequence and print even out before the text. So this is just to test basic coding logic. So it looks like it did it properly. The next one we asked is write me a finite state machine to encapsulate the logic of Tower of Hanabao game in Node.js. So the idea is that Hanabao has very complex logic. So I wanted to see if this LLM can actually write the proper code and do it. So reading from this class, it looks like it's doing the logic correctly. So it looks like it can do proper logic. The next one is write me a haiku poem about the seasons winter, fall, summer, spring, where each line brings the season's first letter. So it sounds like it can follow instructions and it can write text properly. So that's also correct. The next one is find me the password in the story. So basically I had another AI write a random story and we put the password in the middle of the story. So the password is right here. Here's the password. And this text is about 2,000 tokens. So when we do this, we see that it can find the password easily, which means it can find text when you need to look for it. Now the next one here, we did the same story, but we made it 4,000 tokens long. And the password is somewhere in the middle again. Right here. And it fails to find the story. It fails to find the password. Now I try with 8,000 tokens. So the story is 8,000 tokens long. And again, it messes up finding the password. So I think Gemini 2 27B is really bad on context. Now the next one I asked is basically to do complex scoring. So the idea is that I give 4 levels of logic and I want them to calculate some calculation numbers. So calculate the expected annual revenue of tier 1. And it looks like it can do complicated calculation math. Next, I asked it to write me an email to my CEO where a client ran away and we're missing payment and with an action plan on how to fix it. So here, it looks like it wrote it, but it's very brief. So it doesn't feel like it's very good at writing content very well. And here's another real example. So basically, here's a sales transcript between Bob and Christina, outline the requirements of the project. So like this is a very common use case in our company where we have a sales transcript and then we want to get all the requirements so that we can go create a proposal. And this is what we got. Christina wants to build MVP for this. So the answers are very brief and not very detailed. So judging by all these questions so far, I would say Gemini is very good at calculating basic logic and part math calculations. Its context understanding of a lot of tokens is not very good and it's not very good at writing. So I would say this model is not very good for usage for anything but like testing purposes.